Hi everyone, welcome to our final week of class. I just want to thank all of you for the wonderful discussions and the assignments that you've submitted. It's really been my pleasure to have learned with all of you for the past 6 weeks, and I'm really looking forward to our final discussion as well as seeing your final assignment. And just a reminder, please make sure that you complete your course evaluations. Those of you who've had me before know I take this very seriously. I really want your feedback, just like I'm always encouraging you with my feedback to think about that cycle of continuous improvement. How can you always do better? I want to do better as well. And I'd like to know what you thought of the class, what you thought of my teaching. It's extremely helpful to me. So please make sure you take, 5 minutes of your time before the course is over and make sure that you fill out that course evaluation. It's super important to me. So this week, we are going to be wrapping up with there are no new learning materials first, and then we're going to be wrapping up with your learning, what your learning journey has been for this course. So in our discussion this week, I want you to talk about your key takeaways from the course. What things were most impactful? Did you have any aha moments in the course? How has your understanding evolved over the past 6-7 weeks? Any challenges you faced with the material? How did you manage those challenges? And was there any part of the content that you found especially difficult? And then, most importantly, looking ahead, how you can apply the knowledge and skills that you've learned in this class about positive child guidance in your professional and personal life. And think of some specific situations or project where this learning can be helpful. As always, please make connections to the learning materials. So there are no new learning materials this week, but make connections to any of the learning materials in weeks 1 through 6 through the use of references and citations, so I explicitly can see the connections. And then our final assignment is, I want you to develop a presentation that you could use at a family night. So you can either develop the actual presentation or you can do it as a paper, but it still has to be a presentation. So I guess if you're doing a paper, it would be more of a script to what your presentation would be like, and and some description of what kind of visuals would use, that kind of thing. So it's not a regular academic paper. Either way, if you do the presentation or you write about the presentation, it's still about a presentation that you would use at a family night. I want you to make families, through your presentation, understand what punishment is and what positive guidance is and the difference between the two, and that how adult actions can really have a strong influence on positive child behaviors. So that's what I would like you to do. Make sure, again, that you use references and in-text citations. You should have at least 4 sources from the learning materials or other research you have done to incorporate throughout your presentation. And then make sure that you have both an opening and a closing. So in your opening, what you're planning to cover. In your closing, summarize what you have presented. So if you have any questions, feel free to be in touch with me. Again, course evaluations. Please, please, please make sure you do that. Take care. It has been my pleasure getting to see some of you again and getting to know some new friends. I'm hoping that I see some of you in courses in the future. Take care. Have a great rest of your summer. Bye-bye.